Ooh, how about them dogs? Boy, they put on an old ass whooping on old Texas. Fuck Texas and the cow they rode in on, or the donkey and the mule they rode in on. I tell you what, we put a good old goddamn Georgia Clay ass whooping on them. Showed them how real football's supposed to be played, how real SEC football's meant to be played. See how we whooped their ass this year. This is how I wanted it last year. But everybody knows we had the wrong quarterback. I was proven right. It took all the way till now for me to be proven 100% fucking right that Carson Beck was not our quarterback, not our guy. And Gunner's a blessing. Gunner Stockton's behind Stetson Bennett, the best goddamn Georgia quarterback ever. Stetson Bennett was a little faster, but I think Gunner got a cannon on him, got an arm on him. I see Alabama lost, That kind of sucks because there's one side of me I want to rematch with them to get payback, right? We've been trying to get payback on for the last 7 or 8 years. I'm just giving up on that at this point. Either we play them or we don't. I don't give a shit. Alabama could lose the rest of their football games, their last 2 games, or lose to Auburn, which I want them to, for God's sake. Please lose to Auburn so we can play in the SEC championship. I will say Texas A&M, but Texas A&M might not lose. So, even though they almost did against South Carolina. Got complacent, right? They thought they were the big old bad dog on the street. South Carolina humbled them fast. We still got to worry about Georgia Tech, though. Our season ain't over by any fucking stretch of the mind. Boy, Georgia Tech, apparently we're not going to be playing at Georgia Tech's Bobby Dodd Stadium. We're going to be playing at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium. I mean, they're pulling everything out, right? One Georgia fan said, that's great. Why don't we just go and buy up all the fucking tickets then? There won't be no Georgia Tech fans. I don't know, man. I hope we can just beat them. That's all I hope. I know Haynes King, he is a real deal quarterback. The quarterback for Georgia Tech. Yeah, that offense is running on all cylinders. If the Georgia offense was a Ford engine, it would be the 5-liter. And it's running on all cylinders, boy. 1,000 horsepower, right? Motherfucker's ripping. The defense is getting there. It's getting there. But the defense did look a lot. They resembled the 2021, 2022, 2023 teams a lot more. I'll say that. Whew. Yeah, that was a hell of a game. And boy, Athens was electric. And it was crowded, but it was electric. And that was my fault. I shouldn't have waited until a Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday? I don't even remember. Went and got some alcohol or whatever. I think it was Friday, and it was just so packed. I had to go to like a different liquor store and everything. It was asinine. That's the way it goes. I didn't see a lot of Texas fans, so that's what I'm saying. They were saying they're going to come take over the town. I didn't see any. Yeah. That's what the Dogs need to just finish out strong. Finish out strong against Charlotte and Georgia Tech. I want to say Charlotte, North Carolina. Which they are in North Carolina. Charlotte's a Division II school or something. They're like they're kind of like Marshall, right? Like they're all right. They're decent, but they're not really that good. Say going forward, though, most Georgia fans shouldn't even care to play in the SEC championship. I mean, really, if we skip that, that's a blessing because then that saves more of our players. It doesn't matter anymore, right? There is no East or West divisions. As far as I see it, the championships just means nothing no more. The SEC champ, it really does. I mean, they went back to the old way. There's a reason why they went to the divisions. The fucking 80s or some shit. It's been so long. It's crazy. I want to, I really do want to see Alabama lose, though, just because the Alabama fans don't deserve to play in the college playoff. They get to sit at home and watch all the teams that they beat. They get to watch them play in the playoff. You fucking Alabama motherfuckers. Ain't that diabolical, motherfuckers? All the teams that you beat will be playing in the playoff. You'll be at home. That's worse than beating somebody by 50 points. You only beat us by 3 fucking points. One play in that Alabama game, 3 plays. 3 plays lost us that football game. If we capitalize on any of them 3 plays, we win that game against Alabama. This year. Our 4th game of the year. Our only loss. So, just going to have to wait and see. Honestly. But I don't want Alabama in there just because I'm tired of the Alabama fan base. Some of the dumbest, stupidest people on the planet, basically. They're all bandwagoners. See the people that celebrate them, they're still celebrating them from years ago. Like, goddamn, you're a bandwagoner. Just hop off the bandwagoner. Talking about still worldwide. He's weird, though. He'll be cheering, like, say we make it to the playoff and say we're playing against, like, Ohio State. All of a sudden, he'll become an Ohio State fan, right? That's how bandwagoners work. Oh, it's whoever they're playing against, whoever your team's playing against, we're rooting for them against them. That's cool, but, I mean, it's kind of, you don't got no loyalty to no fan base, no team. Might as well not even watch the shit. He doesn't anyway. He wouldn't know what was going on anyway. He'd be so drunk on malt liquor. He's a clown. He wants to come to Georgia and fucking duel it out. Do a little boxing match or something. I'd beat the brakes off that motherfucker. He best just take his ass on to old Alabama. Them retards will put up with his attitude. I don't really give a shit about that or him, really, to be honest. Shit, I'm in football mode right now. Georgia's playing better than they've played in the last 2 or 3 years since Stetson Bennett was our quarterback. The team is finally, Kirby has pushed. And he's worked with the team, and Kirby and Coach Bobo and Glenn Schumann, and, they didn't give up. They didn't give up, and that should say something. That if you want to say anything about Georgia, there's no quit, 100% grit. We don't give up. We're one of the best, I think we're one of the best teams in the country. Oh, hell, we are. If not the best. Look out here real quick. What are you doing? What are you doing, dog? Get the hell out of here. Fucking dogs. You hear them walking around all these leaves. These leaves are like my fucking alert system. Let me know who's coming up on me. Anybody walking up on me or something. I told somebody, I was like, I just leave them in there so when, it'd make the grass grow good during the summertime. Hell no, this shit's fucking for alertism. Fucking alert you. Especially when you're out here at 3 o'clock in the morning and there ain't a light on for, another mile or something. You get pretty spooked. I'd say that. Pretty spooked. When I was younger, it was dumb young. Now, when I come out here, I don't like being out here. That's what I don't like being out here at night. It's too eerie. I don't see how them people do that, like them people that go, I guess, they're tough motherfuckers. I'm tough, but I'm not tough enough to go 100 miles back in the woods with nobody around me with just a flashlight and some matches, and I'm like, I'm gonna go fucking camp, or whatever. I'm not. Fuck that. A good way to fucking die fast. I've seen these Georgia woods. I've grew up in it, and me and my buddy, We were like, I don't know, around 14 years old. We got lost in the fucking woods. And you know where we come out at? His house was here. We came out 10 miles on a road. And luckily there was a church there. We walked up to the church and said, hey, can we use your phone, please? And they're like, oh, God, y'all look like you've been through the woods. And we're like, yeah, we have. It was like we were fucking sketched out. Like, we didn't think we were going to get the fuck out of them woods. Like I said, we found this back road and it had a church. And, you know, but luckily we had found the road, right? At least the road would have led to more roads, would have led to civilization. But that's the realization. Like, you don't play around in these Georgia woods. Unless you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. So it's crucial to have cow paths, or have what we'd call cow paths, or have, you know, four-wheeler paths, walking paths. If you're going to go off in the woods or wherever, you know, I don't advise it. And you see it too, people that come from the cities, right? They come from the cities, they come from up north, they come from Canada, they come from wherever. And they get lost out in the fucking woods. And I mean, hell, that country singer got lost out in the woods. He was, I don't remember his name, but Ryan Upchurch had to go and literally go out in the woods and find him. It was like this country boy got lost in the woods. That's what I'm saying. If he could get lost, anybody could. I did. And I was, you know, being a teenager, you're like tip-top shape, right? You're like, you know, could, you know, march miles, literally. March, you know, tens of thousands of miles if you needed to. That shit was wild, though. That's what I'm saying. You won't see me hiking off in the woods and stuff. And that's what a lot of these people, they want to, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but just be careful, I guess. Yeah, I have no idea where that was even going. I just like talking about it. This video is going on 12 minutes. That was a hell of a win by Georgia. Hell of a goddamn win. Offense, the whole team, the defense, everything is coming together right at the right time. It's made us better, too, having this hard schedule, having literally, the fifth hardest schedule in college football. That's what Georgia has. The only other SEC team is Florida, I think, that had a harder schedule. So, we got through it. We survived. We only lost to Alabama. We survived it. We survived the SEC schedule. Now we got to finish out our in-state rival Tech. And then who knows from there, depending on if Bama loses or A&M loses, or depending on who else loses, will determine if we'll either play in the SEC championship, and still get in the playoff, or get a first-round bye in the playoff. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The committee's probably pissed off that Georgia won out. That was a team that they did not want to win out. Throwing a monkey wrench and everything. I know for a fact if we lost again, we weren't seeing that playoff. If we lose to Georgia Tech, I don't think we'll see that playoff. So we have to beat Georgia Tech. Have to. It's a must-win. All of them are a must-win from here on out. All the way up to the national championship. That's why they come back. That's why Gunner came. That's why they came to the University of Georgia. That is the end goal, is to win the national championship year in, year out. And the SEC championship. But with the way they've made the SEC, it's going to be hard to, you're not just guaranteed like it's, before you just win your conference or win your division. I mean, you'd win your side of the division, guaranteed you were getting in there. It's not like that no more. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Alabama, 2-loss, they're, 2-loss, whatever, and they're going to get in there over us. That's fucking horse shit. They don't deserve it. They're not that good of a team. They played us when we weren't that good. We've gotten better. Gotten way better. But hell yeah, everybody have a great day, great rest of the week. Whew. Be ready for that Charlotte game. Let's all be honest. Everybody's ready for that Georgia Tech game. It's going to be fucking electric. It's going to be the best Georgia Tech game played since the 90s, I would say. Since last year, but last year, Georgia Tech snuck up on us. We weren't expecting that from them. We're expecting it this year, and we're preparing for them. all this week. I doubt we'll even be preparing for Charlotte. We'll be preparing for Georgia Tech. I mean, hell, Charlotte, we could put our third string out there and beat them. And that's what we should really do. We should just start the game with the fucking second string. You know, let Gunner go out there for, you know, give him a couple touchdowns or whatever for the Heisman. That's one thing. Yeah, Gunner needs to go out there and get some touchdowns. But he's not the kind of guy. He don't care. He doesn't care to do that. Unlike Carson. I feel like when Carson Beck didn't get his Heisman touchdowns, he just gave up. Or he just isn't that good. It's a combination of both. Ego, thinking he's better than everybody when it comes to playing quarterback. In reality, he's not that good. He's washed up at this point. And if any NFL team goes with him, they're fucking idiots. He fucked our season last year. Tried to fuck the whole team, right? But Kirby was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, Georgia ain't going away. That's what, you know that, right? Everybody wrote Georgia off this year. Everybody wrote Georgia off. They ain't going to win. They even said it going into the Mississippi State. They said Mississippi State was going to beat us. I mean, talk about the disrespect, right? Here at Mississippi State, they've only won one SEC game. They've only won one fucking game the whole year, and they're saying they're going to beat us, upset us. It's just pure disrespect. The only reason why Florida played us so goddamn good is because it was a rivalry game, and that means something. And Steve Spurrier probably went in there and hyped them up before the fucking game started. You know what old Steve Spurrier used to say, it doesn't matter if we win one game as long as we beat Georgia. Old Florida head coach from the 90s. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Everybody have a great day, man. Great week. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving. I don't even know when Thanksgiving is this year. I don't know the date or anything like that. It's a lot of people don't want to really do Thanksgiving because they want to save for Christmas and yada yada. And it's like, I don't give two shits anyway. I told them we could, whatever, get, do an alternative type cooking or whatever. I know turkeys, I don't really like turkey. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really a big Thanksgiving person. I don't like turkey. I really don't like ham. I really don't like honey ham. I'd rather have sauteed chicken breast. Because that's what it used to do. You saute some chicken. Do it right, though. Do some good chicken sauteed, Italian herb or some shit like that. Honey bourbon. I'd rather have that than turkey all day long. I think Thanksgiving is going to fall on a football Saturday, too. So that's what I was saying. If it's falling on that Georgia Tech game, or even the day before, or the day after, I'll come. It's only going to be to eat, and then I'm out. Tell everybody, hey, love you, and I'm out, motherfuckers. I know it anyway. I just don't really give a shit for Thanksgiving. I like Halloween. Halloween's, it's a little bit better, and then, of course, Christmas. I love Christmas, but, Thanksgiving. You can tell they're not putting up no Thanksgiving decorations. Nobody is. Nobody's putting up any Thanksgiving decorations. They're not selling any of them at the store. It's like people don't even know it's a holiday anymore. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Like I said, I think only really Southern Americans are the ones that really celebrate Thanksgiving anymore. Anyway. But yeah, I'm dragging this out now. 1920. But goddamn right, go Dogs. That was a good old Georgia Clay mud stomping ass whooping. Beat the hell out of them.